Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So, the week of July 8th, we're going to be working with the energy of the 28-1. So, I kind of want to break down each of these vibrations because they all play an important role in the sort of the energy this week. First and foremost, let's talk about the one because that's at the core of this energy, and this is what we're going to feel probably most predominantly. But the one, I feel like this week is asking us to take a closer look at our reactivity and our impulsivity. And it's interesting because recently I was scrolling through Instagram, as you do, and I came across a few of those very large sort of self-help platforms that have hundreds of thousands of followers and etc., etc. Anyway, but they're geared towards self-help, right? Helping us to better ourselves. And it was interesting because I was kind of just looking through their page or their pages, and I was noticing a theme. And the theme was, which I think we can see prevalent throughout all of social media, and we're all sort of guilty of it, I think, to some degree. But the theme was that the posts were very much geared towards getting some kind of emotional reaction, some kind of like reactivity or to trigger something within, right? Whether it's that warrior energy of like, yeah, I was wronged but I made it through and now I'm a warrior and screw everyone type of thing. Or if it's like, a post about staying in victim mentality and the world is out to get me and I'm stuck in this hole that I'll never get out of type thing. It's that kind of energy where it's all about triggering a reaction or an emotional response that then creates some kind of need for engagement. So the person reading it sees the post and is like, feels triggered by it, whether it's in a good way or in a way that gets their emotions going, and then feels the need to respond or like or whatever, right? And that engagement is what fuels the machine. That engagement, that reaction is what creates the popularity of that site, right? Because that's when the algorithm tends to put that site out in front of the public more, right? So then it just creates more of the same. And it's not just these big self-help sites, right? It's so prevalent across social media, and we would sort of label that as clickbait, right? Putting something on that creates some kind of emotional response to get some kind of engagement. And it's through that clickbait that the reality of the situation is it really doesn't have the reader or the viewer's best interest at heart. It really has the bottom line of the distributor of the page who's trying to get the engagement. So it's just, that post, I saw those posts, like I said, we were kind of moving through social media. And then I saw that the vibration this coming week is going to be that one energy. And one energy can be very reactive. It can be very impulsive. So I think what we're really being asked to do this week is to take a closer look at, be the observer a little bit more within our own experience and to see things for sort of what they are, like break it down a little bit and then ask ourselves, is this something I truly want to invest my energy into? Is this something that I really want to engage in? Is this something that is going to actually help me to move forward in a healthy way, in a healed way? Or is this something that is just, churning up those emotions, that reactivity, and keeping me stuck within those emotions, keeping me stuck within that victim mentality or that fear or whatever it may be? And it's not about, bypassing your emotions or anything like that, or toxic positivity or anything like that. It's choosing what we choose, or being very aware of what we choose to participate in, what we choose to engage in. So I would say with this energy, we're really being asked to take a closer look at that and see, do I feel good about what I'm engaging in? If I run across something that triggers me or that gets my emotions going, ask myself, why is that? Why is it that this is affected me this way? And why do I feel the need to engage? Whether it's to, validate and confirm, or whether it's to debate and sort of, prove my side of the story or my point on social media in, this sort of fishbowl of, a population that really is there for the same reason that you're there, right? So, and if you have a page, it's to promote yourself, to get the, in front of viewers, to etc. And I'm not saying that these pages aren't there to help people, right? I'm not saying that, but, and again, we can see it across YouTube, any social media platform, there's this level of clickbait. There is this level of trying to get some kind of an emotional reaction from the viewer in order to create that engagement, which then creates that following, those likes, that, comments, which then triggers the algorithm. So my point of saying all this is, I think there's a really strong focus this week on becoming very aware of where we're putting our energy, how we feel about that placement, and if we don't like where we're putting that energy, having those emotional responses every 5 minutes as we're moving through social media is not healthy. It keeps us stuck in a vibration that is not helping us to move forward, is not helping us to sort of work through what we need to work through. So I do think that there's something here about when we feel the need to react, when we feel the need to engage, but that engagement is based on some kind of reactivity, some kind of trigger, some kind of emotional response, that we should probably pause and observe and see, break it down a little bit and make sure that where we're investing our energy feels good. And that's where we want to be investing our energy. So, and to see it for what it is. With the 2 and the 8, this is also interesting, right? Because 2 energy is all about relationships, balance, harmony. So I really think the energy of balance is coming into play this week, heavy and very strong, to help us to balance, again, where it is that we're investing our energy, how we're participating, in the world, in our relationships, on social media, all of the things. We could even ask ourselves, why do I feel the need to respond to some social media post that, on a page that has no idea who I actually am, right? They have hundreds of thousands of followers. So, why do I want to be a part of that conversation? Why do I feel the need to? Why do I feel the need to react? Why am I feeling this emotional response? So with the 2 energy coming in, it's finding that greater harmony, that greater balance. And I really feel like it's to come from within, right? Finding our own center, our own balance. If we go to sites that lift us up, that we feel inspired by, that we feel either neutral when we're there or uplifted and inspired while we're there, that is the energy that we want to continue to move towards. When we feel reactive in some way, or again, like we want to debate or become the keyboard warrior, that's the energy that the 2 and the 1 and even the 8 are saying, maybe dial it back a little bit and see, what is it actually adding to your life? What is it actually bringing to you that is, creating harmony and peace and balance in your life? Because if it's not, then it's really not worth your time, right? And interestingly enough, we have the energy of the 8, and 8 is all about power, influence, money, status, etc. So in this equation, we're really being asked to look at, what do we allow, whether it's through social media, other people, to influence us, right? To influence a reaction, to influence some kind of the way that we think or our belief systems. So we're really being asked to take a closer look at that and see, is there some adjustments that can be made? Is there somewhere that we're giving our power away to these platforms, to social media, etc., or to other people, that we need to kind of rein it back in and take our power back? And again, that power comes from how we choose to participate, how we choose to show up, where it is that we choose to invest our time, energy, resources, money, etc. If we're not investing our time and energy into something that's not serving us, then it no longer has an effect on us. If we are investing our time and energy into something that is not good for us, we're just going to get more of the same. So this is really a dynamic energy that we're going to be working with this week, but I really think there's a lot of self-reflection that can happen here to see and to remind us that we get to choose how we invest our energy. So choose wisely. So I hope it's a great week. Take care. Thanks so much for being here. Oh my gosh, if I can speak. Okay, take care. Bye for now.